Welcome to the show. I'm here to see what I can do with nothing but my hands. Lunity load slow. Why does Unity load so slow? When I need it, it always fails me, but there is nowhere else that I can go. So welcome to the show. There's nowhere for you to go. My dream becomes the chosen one. Chooses me. Well, you never know. So, welcome to the show. Alright, good morning. Back from holiday. Just tired. Did a 5-day camping thing. It was fucking nuts because it was a flood and we had to pack up the camp and get uphill and shit like that. So here we are back at the grindstone, very much wondering what I'm doing and why, as usual. But that's why I just keep going, because for all the times in my life that I've stopped whatever I'm doing because I thought it was stupid and then later on regretted it, I've just learned to just keep fucking cranking. Keep cranking. So I'm supposed to, I don't know, I am what am I actually doing with my life here? Is in this game, I think the thing is, the goal was to make a, to be honest, I wanted to make a good game. It's not that I I've made good stuff before, but I wanted this to be good, right? The other thing is I wanted to make a complete story, and I'm sick of this story. It's shut up with all your fucking shit, stupid characters. I know I should be refining the narrative and stuff like that. The problem is, it's well, how much time have I got? Really today's the main day, but I really like doing the development, so... Or do I? I don't really like doing anything, to be honest. Okay, so today, I'm just not 100% sure what I want to do. I feel like doing something developy. So I was thinking of getting the... creating a default the spatial simulator, basically. Which I might give it a crack, just so that then I don't have to put on the VR headset every time I want to test stuff, because it is a bit annoying. So I'm just going to do this a little other window now so I can have my little secrets. Are you guys ready to boogie? I'm ready to boogie. That's not really the vibe we're looking for, is it? So yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is oh yeah, I got it on the App Lab. Anyone that wants to do it, anyone that wants to, actually let's share the. So look, I'm just gonna kind of fuck around today because I've just been kind of on this weird self-imposed rolling schedule for ages, and I don't know what I'm gonna get done by the end of the year, but it's not gonna be as much as I'd hoped. So, and I kind of just want to groove out of it and muck about. So that's one thing I was thinking, is maybe I would not just do straight development on Saturday, just do a mix of stuff basically. maybe that'll be a better stream. I don't know. Don't know why. Like, oh boy, like I'm a sucker for punishment though. Here I am, back at it. Got any? What are we looking at here? Why are you up there? Get down there. So yeah, I'm in the chat. I'm at your house. Alright, so let's fucking look at this shit. So, active sprint, concept pitch deck. I haven't done any of this. I couldn't be bothered. Like, I'm burnt out from, like, this hobby. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, I did get the, I'm just gonna close this. I'm just trying to get the chat window out. But I've lost it. Oh, here we go. Okay. So I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to set up the secondary, like the PC emulator, basically. Fucking hell. Everyone wants to have a fucking chat app. I think I might start doing my own docs out of this. It's not good, I think. Maybe I'm just grumpy when I wake up, and then like talking about it actually isn't good because it like reinforces it. Features. So I'm gonna say PC VR emulator. Bought a massive green screen for some reason. Maybe I need a GIF. So I was thinking like, you know what I need is a GIF. That's alright. I can hear like really faint music from somewhere else. Am I tripping out? Oh, it's this. All right, get out of here, buddy. All right. Objective. Integrate the VRTK PC simulator for testing. Easier testing. Work required. I'm pretty sure. Import VRTK, set up alias and recognition, or just do it manually. Link key controls to alias to PCVR alias. Make sure C3. What's it called? Make sure. Make sure something. Make sure. What is it? Curved UI is working. Okay, let's just do it. VRTK emulator. Where's Tilia? There we go. Zinnia, Tilia, blah, blah, blah. I can like hear you two coming from somewhere, is that? Am I having a mental problem? That's weird. It was my little AirPods. Man. Look like shit. Alright. It's okay. But yeah, I've sort of just, you know, honestly don't really feel like talking. Thinking maybe I should like change this stream to stream something else and not stream this. Oh, it's already in there, okay. So... So it might be just as easy as this. But I think okay, so this is an alias, so it's like the wrapper on top of it. I can get this like buzzing noise in my ear, it's nice. And then it like, the tracked alias is like, alright, 2, and then we can make it this. I don't know how this then works. Let's find out. Okay, so that's cool. That all seems to work. It's interesting. It's quite surprising. this camera can't see UI. So what's interesting, right, is so for example, the teleporter takes well, it gets, what does it do? It gets picked up by the Are you joking around with me right now, Unity? What's going on? That's weird. I was trying to explain this to someone recently, and I was just like, I promise it's a good idea. Okay, so there's the pointer interactor distance grabber. There should also be the okay, so it's got the object pointer right, object pointer. So these are the two teleporters, right? So they get activated by joystick up and joystick neutral. Luckily I won't need the teleporter because I can, well, I guess I will need the teleporter. Probably prefer it. So where does it get this from? Its own Boolean action. And this Boolean action is driven by the... Okay, so let's look at it here. So the left trackpad's horizontal axis, I believe, is the joystick. Yep, and then how does that connect to this? So joystick up. It receives that from something. So as it is activated, no? So this is this. Maybe the left one isn't set up, and that's why I'm going crazy. Because it's like, I should be able to send a Boolean to this maybe, or like, because this only takes activation from one controller, right? So this Boolean is a thing that is actually the like catch-all that everything should be able to talk to. It just says it's receiving it from itself. Sources, something is sending it to it. So if we go to right controller and we go input actions, right trackpad, is that talking to it? No. Activation state, no. How does it talk to it? Is it using this? Is it using this? No. is embarrassing. Well, it's not. Yeah, I want to be nicer to myself. Someone said to name that like mean voice in your head. I named it Barry, but now I'm worried I'm gonna get like schizophrenia from doing that. So how does it know? So we've got the pointer, object pointer, curved right. The activation source is this thing that I created, I'm pretty sure. And it's receiving a Boolean from this. Like, do these work? These work, right? Maybe they don't. Maybe they just aren't hooked up at all. And I'm just like confusing myself. I'm pretty sure they are though, because there's the teleporter, but that just receives from the curved pointer. It's interesting. I've got that as a child of the snap rotate right. Don't think it should be. And it talks to the teleporter. So what is talking to you, you little stinker? So joystick neutral receives that from itself. Or is it the other way around? Oh, it is. It's sending it to that. Okay, so it's sending Boolean to Boolean action. That makes sense. So something is sending the float to Boolean. And it has to be this, right? Unless I'm just got the fucking direction wrong. Okay. Blah. Joystick up, joystick neutral. So these guys are sending to the Boolean. So okay, so I should be able to go for the mouse, right? I'm assuming there's a mouse controller thing here. No. Okay, alright, so I should be able to send on... Okay, so what does button 1, button 2, and button 3 mean? Mouse 0, mouse 1, mouse 2, okay, cool. Alright, this is making sense to me. Hang on. Mouse 0, I'm assuming is left click. 1, 2, Unity. Well, okay, let's assume it's... Okay, mouse button key mapping to Unity. Okay, so the way it's working is I have like a generic thing that receives a bool, and that bool is what triggers the teleporter. So that way we can have anything sending that bool to the teleporter. And the reason I'm not sending it straight to the teleporter from everything is, I guess maybe they want to control what the teleporter receives. So I need a new mouse, like middle click. Okay, so 2 is middle click, makes sense. So what I'm thinking is mouse 2 being middle click, I will say to on activated, we'll just do the right controller. Oh. This thing where like I press the right mouse button all the time, I think because I have not got the right shaped mouse or something. Okay, so activated is going to... No. Okay, activated is going to talk to joystick up. So really that should be called something else, like teleport triggered. That's fine. So I can go boolean to action receive, and it'll send a boolean. Okay, then deactivated will go to joystick neutral, which is fake, boolean action receive, and it'll receive false. So I think what'll happen now, hopefully, is the just gonna turn this off for now. The middle click button will now talk to what the joystick was talking to and control the teleporter, which for some reason is necessary. Hey. Okay, so that's interesting. That works, but not the not the deactivated. That's cool. All right, good. I guess I kind of vaguely understood that that's how things would work, but like not that well. I haven't really tried to do it before. Okay, so our spatial simulator has our internal and our button 3. So I wonder what this means. Joystick neutral, boolean action receive. Joystick neutral. Here it sends receive. If it goes to that, within that bounds. So that's fine. So what does that mean? I guess it's expecting a true. Maybe this is sending a false. But wouldn't it be saying deactivated is true? I'm just gonna freeze Unity. Fuck, it is, isn't it? Hey, it's not. Alright. Okay, so what does this mean? So this is just a class that gets broadcasted. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can also set it manually. Oh, mama. Okay, so it must have been setting the... So how do I see the... Internal... It's pretty good. Nice easy win. Well, we haven't won yet. Simulator options, input. Toggle mouse control cursor lock. What are you listening for? Toggle mouse cursor lock. Toggle action. This music's too spooky. Okay, come on, Braino. Come on, Braino, Badano. There we go. What's that movement of the simulated... So basically I'd made a Boolean receiver which was triggering the teleport ray, and a float to Boolean converter which was listening to joystick and sending bool to receiver which triggered ray. So in this instance I linked the new controller to the Boolean receiver, which meant I could add a quite different control scheme. In this instance, a mouse button up and down instead of a joystick push up and down. Control scheme for BRTK. So, okay, yes, I'm going to put cursor lock on. That's why I was looking for that. I don't know what's going on with the frame rate here, though. It's pretty cooked. Shouldn't be this cooked. What's going on here? It's got like worse frame rate than the normal than when it's in VR. It's just very strange. Maybe because these are on? They should be pretty passive, like they're not getting any... That's weird. Shouldn't it turn you off? This is cooked. Why is it doing this? Why are you doing this? Okay. I'm gonna have a coffee. This is too much. Too much without coffee. Alright. Okay, I am back. It's a bit cold. So I'm trying to figure out why this is all going so slow. Just gonna close this, quite distracting. I'm watching, of course not. It's pretty sad. Alright. Doesn't matter. That's what it does. Seems like the distance grabber is triggering something. I guess it's just coming from the ray, so. It's so weird. So if I say, let's say if I like just change this. do want to send it true. Maybe it's not activated and deactivated. Let's have a look at how they handle other buttons. So weird. I guess let's fire up the old virtual reality system. And then I can't see why there'd be any difference between sending a ball because the chance complete, sending a ball because something else. That's a good little idea. No, no strap. Just took it off for something else, but. So just going to try this out. green screen like. I won't be able to show it to you obviously because it's trying to chroma keyed out. I'm really like, what did I do that for? I don't know. It ain't going in. Right. That's okay. We're just puttering around. It's not my day for getting USBs and sockets. Hey, there we go. All right. It definitely clears that the performance is better on the VR for some reason. Hey, I got myself a cricket. Alright, that's all working pretty good. It's kind of cool, like quest 1 is complete. Like, I'm making progress. So that is working fine with the PR rig. I wonder why? So I'm guessing something else is deactivating it or something. So value changed, float to boolean, do transform. Yep. So it's just sending the value to it. That's all it's doing. It's saying, hey, this is what the value is on neutral and up. When neutral gets called, it says when neutral gets called, it says blah blah blah. What does it say? Come on, brain. Just does this boolean action. Let's see if we can do the same thing for the distance grabber. Like, let's just get a bug list going on. Crickets collect twice. Teleport via mouse only works once. At least I can move around and have a look at stuff, which is good. Maybe I can grab stuff. So the distance grabber is just a grabby wabby thing. And then I'm assuming that the, for example, the left trigger.
Have you thought about using software and game development category instead?
Is that a category? I thought it was just science and technology. Is there a game development category? That's crazy. Also, hello, Code Blue.
https://www.twitch.tv/directory/game/software%sign20 and %sign20 game %sign20 It's software and game.
That's crazy. Should I switch over now? If you stay, will I switch up? No. I actually lost access to my Twitch account. As in, I'm obviously here, but I don't have, it's a long story. So I can only get it via like my stream key, basically.
I think everyone reads it by what the last two words are. Smiley face.
Everyone reads it by what the last two. I could never find any game. I could only ever find science and technology. Is this new? Doesn't matter. Whatever. I've been streaming on this wrong channel the whole time. That explains why my channel's so unpopular. Not even unpopular, just not seen by anyone. I think it's a good stream, except for when I get all emo about no one watching. Alright, so I'm currently using VRTK, which is like a kind of set of components in Unity for like VR development. It is, at this point, probably slower than if I was just making this stuff myself, but I really want to get my head around how it all works, and then ideally have like a pretty good framework using that.
You can switch it mid-stream.
I can't because I can't get into my Twitch account. I can only go via this like secondary thing called Restream, which is like I've just been messing around with streaming this year for fun, and I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm like locked out of my Twitch account because it's this whole 2FA thing that I fucked up. Unless maybe I can do it here. Maybe game dev, software and game development. I just never scrolled down. But did that work? It's so funny. Hang on, let's have a look. Oh, look at that! I'm on the right channel. I'm always complaining about it too. I'm just like, just complaining about no one watching. I'm gonna say it's because of the channel. I've been doing this for 2 years. I've done like 500 videos or something. It's so funny. With like 1 viewer each. But also like, I don't know. I don't think it's like, I just don't think I'm that good at streaming. Streaming in game dev is very hard. Okay, so the excitement of having someone on the channel aside, what was I doing? Yeah, so getting the distance grabber. So basically, yeah, it's this like set of components for like VR interactions. Hi, is that Blue? Code Blue? Is that another person? It's another person. Is this what happens when you've on the right channel? Hey Ghost, I have been streaming on science and technology for like 2 years. And then Code Blue just came on and was just like, did you know that there's another channel for game dev? Alright. That's crazy. And literally my mind is blown. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is basically VRTK has all these different wrappers that let you like just all these components that like, you know, do all the kinds of things you would want to do in VR, like teleport and pick things up and stuff like that. And then they've got all these like wrappers and controllers so that you can sort of like abstract stuff and have it that, you know, you can have say one set of controllers, like a VR set, talk to a control scheme.
Your stream is going to blow up with viewers now. Winky face.
Yeah, look, Code Blue, it's all you get. You're running this show.
Agreed.
Well, maybe anytime there's more than 2 people on, or even if there's 2 people on, I get really flustered and so alright. So yeah, basically I'm trying to get it so that the distance grabber, which is a VR thing, can now be controlled by my mouse, because mainly I'm like pretty tired of like putting the VR headset on every, you know, whatever. And it would be pretty easy to just do it myself, but I'm trying to do it all with VRTK. Because it's a cool system, I really like it, I like the devs behind it. I like the idea of it, even if it's taken me more time. Once I get everything that I want in there and working, I'm hoping that I should be able to spend more time like making stories and content in the game as opposed to like systems. Okay, so the distance grabber is taking an input from something, like there's usually like a grab or something like that. This is the hard thing, is like trying to understand what someone's like design pattern is basically. Okay, so I showed this to my friend who's like a hardcore dev, and he was like, "This is fucked." But I was like, "This is exactly what you're making right now, and you've been spending like 5 years doing it, and it's already done." The controller alias is, so there's an interactor, which is a pointer basically, and its grab action is coming from left grip press, which is a boolean. So what I would want to do, and right grip press, which is a boolean, is create like kind of like an alias. Like, this is going to seem pretty weird, but like, okay, so right grip press, and then add a boolean action to that, and then have the right grip talk to that instead, and then that way I can sort of hijack it, or what's the word? Not even hijack it, because it's meant to work that way. Insert. It's like an abstraction layer that means that the controls, the VR control, the Oculus Quest controls aren't tightly coupled to the game's logic, basically, because the last few things I've made have been with Oculus, and I like the platform, but I don't want to be just like locked in to it, basically. So it's kind of like a ideology thing a little bit, because it's definitely harder. See here, this is the interactor, which is a pointer, listens to the right grip, like listens directly to the controller. So instead, I'm going to get it to listen to this, and I'm going to get the right grip press to talk to that. So it sends a... Let's find out. So right grip press will now... Oh, hang on, you're in the wrong spot. Right grip press will now talk to this abstracted right grip press, and it'll say, hey, have this boolean, and then that boolean is just chilling, and the boolean, and now the interactor, which is the grabber, is listening to that right grip press as well, which means that now I can also get that same right grip press to be triggered by the mouse. So yeah, basically the way VRTK works is it's got a set of tons of different prefabs, but one of them is like a bunch of like pre-made like player rigs for each different platform, and one of them is like a PC simulator rig, which I've never bothered to set up properly, and it's tempting to just not worry about it because it's like gets hard, but I know it'll save me time later. Okay, so on left click, well, actually, let's make it right click. So right click is like the grab, basically. That's what I'm setting up here. Receive. So it seems weird. I haven't gotten the benefits from it yet, if you know what I mean, but like this many layers of abstraction, but it means that anything can talk to the like grab receiver without like the grab receiver knowing about it, and then the object pointer is listening to the grab receiver. The grab receiver doesn't even know about the object pointer. It's just this sort of like waypoint for yeses and nos, basically. So let's see if that works, I guess. I really want to like dive into like integrating some of the art and stuff like that as well, but I'm kind of like, I just want to get this phase wrapped up nicely before I do, which is the like engine setup phase. So like but I do this every year. I spend like a year working on like a framework for a game, and I make like the game itself in like 2 weeks, and then I'm just like, fuck this game, and I start a new one. So I'm hoping this time I can, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. This is my hobby, so it doesn't really matter what. Alright, you little shit. So I should be able to now grab this guy with my right click. No. So far, every single aspect of using VRTK has been slower, except for the fact that like it's really hard to make a good I don't know, maybe it's not. But it's just for fun as well. Like that's part of it. Is it's like it's not about how fast I can go necessarily, though it feels like that sometimes because I set really like lofty goals for myself. Why is this guy so slow? Come on, buddy. Okay, so that doesn't seem to be triggering the distance grabber. At all. Which is not good. So these here we go, alright. Alright, so that's just not working now. Teleport is working. Well, let's see if I cooked it in the configuration I just did. That's probably a good start. So I I don't know if this is like gonna make much of a difference, but I'm so stoked there's an actual game dev stream because I'm just like, I'm sure this is interesting to someone. Okay. It's such a specific like headspace maybe, I don't know, like interest, like game development. It really like it's definitely its own thing. I'm sure you guys know. Are you guys game developers or game players? I realize like everyone I know is basically a game developer or like a producer or whatever. Oh fuck, that ain't right. Both control schemes are working at once. That's fucking perfect. All right. Wonder, is there a way that I can share my screen? I wonder. Oh yeah, you guys will just see Unity anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's weird. Why was that on? Anything you want to know or like I should talk about? Like, let me know. It's like the longest I've had 2 people on at all. What's going on here? So it seems to be turning. Oh, okay. I'm just got it backwards again. Like most people on the internet that are publicly talking about things, I'm like diagnosed with ADHD, which I actually got a better sense of from watching my streams and realizing how often I like would forget what I was doing or like not finish sentences and get distracted and stuff like that. For me, it was never like a case of like, have I got it? It was more like, is it real? Right? And then I just learned a bit more about it because that was always like the joke. Okay, so that configuration I just set up with like the little bridge worked because I can pick up this little stinker. I've broken that bit though. That's right. Luckily, I can. So these are my little buddies. These are the most beautiful things I've ever made. And they are my little angels. Even if they're little stinkers sometimes. I need to make a better scooter as well. So the grab interchange that I set up there worked, which is good. But the release didn't, I guess, because it needs to... Oh, because I just hadn't taken that off, I guess. No, that's right. So I've got 2 pointers. Where did the right one go? Ah, okay, distance grabber. So it's just attached to the right controller for now. Okay. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so it's on the right controller alias. I feel like all this stuff should be on. Yep, I'm making the call. Ship it. There we go. And then same with the left controller alias. So what I've been trying to do is resist the urge to like be like, this is dumb. I'm not gonna like learn how this person has made their system because I could do better. Like, 'cause I couldn't. I tried and actually can't. And just push through, get it done. Also, I know I've got a big stay on my jumper and I'm a big slob, but if I have any like standards for getting up here in the morning, I don't make it. So what happened, guys? I thought I was gonna blow up. No, that's right. That's fine. That's okay. So this is listening to the left grip, so how is it working? Well, it's not by the looks of things, which is okay. Okay, so what I need is activation state changed, I think. And then that'll talk to the, it'll just be like it'll just be grip, I guess, right grip. State, basically. And yeah, I just want to like try and use this person's design patterns because I've been working on it for years. Like I used VRTK when it was basically a demo project. I actually taught VRTK at a like virtual reality high school. Nah, just at like a boot camp kind of thing. And actually, while we've got that loaded up, let's have a look and see if that actually fixed the VR side of things. And then they made the new VRTK, ages ago, VRTK 4, which was like submodule. And, you know, everyone had to crack the shits because they couldn't understand how to use submodules, but I've been using them for a while, so I was like, that's pretty cool. But then they switched to packages, which is good. Alright. So now that I'm subscribed to the state, I should be able to, oh no, I just broke it completely. Fucking hell. Fucking game dev. It's such a grueling process of Well, I don't know. It's not actually. I quite like it. I think when people are watching, I feel more like, not obliged, but like I'm like, oh, I gotta sort of be like, oh man, fuck this. Stupid hell. I'm an idiot. But I'm not. I'm smart and cool. Okay, so... I just didn't add that. Hey, alright. That's good. So now I should be able to. So activation state changed. Maybe that was what was wrong with the teleporter too, maybe, I reckon. This is cool. I'm gotta trust your instincts. Like, I was like, why am I doing this? I don't really need it. But it's like, what I was actually doing was consolidating how I understand this input abstraction system that they've made with VRTK, which is, I think, gonna be very handy. I just want to be like this VR wizard that can just fucking make anything. Why? Just because, why not? Gotta get good at something. We don't have to, but it feels good. Okay, so I've got the spatial simulator. I've got the inputs being oh mama. Okay. Okay. Oh, I love having a good sneeze. Come on, Braino. What are you doing? What's happening right now? I'm trying to connect the left click to the grab. Gotcha. So let's get that left click open. It's probably one problem with this setup is it's very illegible. I think everything ends at a certain point. Like, it's magic what you're able to do here. Okay, now Boolean action, receive. Yeah, my instinct is that I should be sending this. Oh. Maybe not. Hang on. Let's leave that for now. One thing at a time. It's probably been the biggest like improvement in my life is like sticking to that. Like, do one thing at a time, get to a good finishing point before you switch gears, stuff like that. Okay. So let's just turn this off. So I believe there's a system that like will swap depending on what's like available. Like, all right, is there XR one? Oh, okay, cool. We'll do the PC one. Blah blah blah. All right, looking good. Player is very slow. We get one teleport before it breaks, so let's use it. Oh, that breaks everything else. Perfect. It's super slow. It's just weird. You'd think it'd be like fast. So basically, like, all the logic is in these components. It's just cool because it's like, oh, great, like, control avatar objects. Movement settings, here we go. So movement axis input, initial value, default value. But it's pretty hard to understand what stuff is doing, to be honest. That's okay. Which I kind of like. Like, that's kind of my hobby, is just like muddling through this kind of stuff. That's interesting. Simulated frame rate. What if it's like, it just can't do that? 45. Control objects. So most of the stuff is like at a at a pretty base level. Horizontal buttons to axes, vertical buttons to axes. So these are where the inputs are. It's good to see all this, like, I guess I just find it interesting for its own sake. Option actions, enable control of, It's pretty, like, I was thinking about it, like the way that within this system, the way that you would handle, like, for example, holding shift to modify which hand you're on, you would like literally, shift would be like a listener that when active, oh Jesus Christ, I like broke my little light yesterday and now it's fucking come back to haunt me. Maybe I'll just set up exactly how it was with no changes, which will mean that it will happen again. I cooked it. I've bloody cooked it. Doesn't really matter that much. I'll just do that. So the sun's setting over. That is a fucking mess. That's right. Is that all? Did I break my computer or anything? No. Alright. Good. Alright. I am now in a weird position. And I got a big old head, don't I? That's right, it's not a crime. It's not a crime to have a big beefy noggin. As far as last time I checked. So I actually bought like a huge green screen. I guess you won't be able to see, right? You will? Oh, okay. Am I not chroma keying? Pretty cool. So it's like a whole sheet, hopefully. Is that working? I don't know why it wasn't working before. Maybe it's just not working because it's, I don't know. And then I'm getting the frame. I've made a mistake when I was ordering, so I didn't get the frame. But it's also white on the back, so it's like a big advertising banner. Anyway, then that way I can get rid of this. Mainly, I just don't like the frizzle around my edges. It just doesn't look good. Okay, let's keep going. That's my other motto, is to just keep going. Even if the fucking thing falls down. What can I do here? I'm just gonna turn my mic off for a minute, see if I can. I don't really think being lit makes that much of a difference, to be honest. Let me just put it right here. Just really just highlights how fucking cooked I look. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my microphone off. I've just got a precariously balanced there, so it should be fine. Probably won't fucking fall down again and give me a fright. That's alright. Okay, so completely forgot what I was doing. It's alright. It's okay. For anyone excited about having fresh meat on the Game Dev channel, this is pretty much what the stream's always like. What I am excited about is, well, I am excited about upgrading the office. I kind of had this big exciting plan for what I was going to do, and then a bit burnt out at the moment. I'm like, bleh, whatever. But, you know, just keep going. I'm going to buy a lapel mic. I'm going to buy elbows for the monitors, just like pimp it out basically. Just for fun. It's interesting that that starts there. Thing gets moved here. Why is it so fucking slow? How am I supposed to catch my little best friend? Come here, you little stinker. So weird. It's maybe I've got the mouse buttons wrong or something. I'm basically doing it the same way that I did the other one. Appear to have lost the buttons. Cool if you could like tag stuff in Unity and then fold that out, or some other way of navigating these file structures, like a hierarchy, I don't know, viewer, something. Buttons, here we go. Alright, so I did the wrong button. Alright, well let's see if that actually works before I change it over. I was thinking I'd make the left trigger the button one, basically. Something that really needs to be left triggered at the moment, but... Oh, there we go. Hey! Hey! Look at me go! That's great. Alright. Hashtag little winner. Why is it so slow though? Where'd everyone go? Must be an issue with the streaming technology. If we spend more money. Okay, so that's cool. That's good news. So let's make that button 2. Talks to the grabber. Great, that's good. And that's a very good. That's a very good. So, okay, so what else do I gotta do? Curved UI, gotta get that done. Why isn't the teleporter working that way?
Why isn't the teleporter working that way?
So something is clearing the teleporter. And I do kind of need the teleporter to work because A, it's so fucking slow the other way. I'm sure I could speed it up. So So it gets those bounds, and it says true. I'm pretty sure positive bounds true when it's 0 to 9. I wonder if is that always happening? It should only happen when it's... Maybe I haven't done this teleporter very well as well. Like, that's actually quite likely because I did this pretty early on. So activation is this. So it's almost always sending select, but it can only actually select this is activated, right? It kind of makes sense. Joystick up, joystick neutral. And it's saying, hey, teleport. So here, button 3, we've got I wonder what happens if we just go activation state instead to both. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but just see. So see, when the states change, it's going to send both to both. So it means both are going to be firing at once. Doesn't make sense. It's stupid. Deactivated is, I assume, button up, right? It's the way of sending deactivated is true. Okay, all right. Well, it's sending. Deselect. That's right. It wasn't doing that before. Whoop. That's pretty cool. Come here, little sneaky little Pete. Hey, little sneaky little Peter. Alright, now I can switch to this controller, right? And then I can whatever. Okay. So that's good. It just doesn't send the... Oh, okay, actually no, that is good because it sends... It sends up and as a true and a false, so like available or not, right? Alright, that's cool. And then deactivated is also select. So I wasn't sending deactivated. So now I should be turning it on and off. Okay, great. And then on top of that, when we get deactivated, we say to the sneaky little thingamajigama. I just love figuring stuff out, especially when it's kind of confusing and hard to understand, but not like smart guy stuff. I just love muddling through things. Okay, so wait. How was this laid out before? Okay, that's interesting. So it's like, you know what? Because it's turning itself off before it can select, basically. This will totally be worth it though. Like, if I can test all this shit out with having to go in a BR every time, mate, forget about it. Okay, come on, brain. Just remember what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I think I need a new mouse. I constantly press the right mouse click by accident. Okay, so the teleporter actually isn't what we're talking to. It's the here we go. Get rid of that. Oh, of course that was gonna happen. Whatever. How cooked does that look? Does it even look that different? It does look actually a fair bit different. But like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? See if I get my hair out, get me some views. I've confused the camera. Studio's a bit of a mess at the moment, that's okay. We'll just deal with it, I think. Get that cool millennial side pod shit going on. Alright. This is a bit annoying. So if it's here, that's how I look. If it's like just leaning on the desk there, whatever. I'm just gonna put it there for now. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so get the little fringe out of the way. Give me a little bit of 2-point lighting. So, forgot what I was doing. That was very disruptive. So, joystick neutral fires. Yeah, I actually did a bit of thinking to get this right. So joystick neutral fires between 0 and 9 when it changes. So it's not firing all the time, which is good. Joystick, so it says, alright, joystick's up. And then before it stops being up, it allows you to fire select. So I think what I might do is also fire select in the same beat. So when it's activated, I'll also say select just to, but then it'll just work every time. There's got to be a way to. Send so because I'm assuming it can't select while you're active when it's not activated, so it's like, okay, I'm not activated anymore, I'm not listening. Alright, so maybe let's just for a second, let's just try out sending joystick neutral to receive as well. But it might be the same problem. But the inverse is like, well, I'm not sending select because you're not active yet. Well, we got activated in the same frame. I'm not, what am I? It's a public holiday. No, okay. What a little puzzle. What a little puzzle. So another option I could do, which I might just do for now, is go. No, so I can't actually. So what I'm going to do is rename this teleport select. Actually, no. Really, I should split these up into two, but I'm not gonna. I could. Activation state changed. And then maybe I could then go on activated, go joystick neutral, so which is select, and then go receive. Basically, I think it's an execution order thing. Ding dong ding dong ding. Okay, hang on, I've cooked it. I've only gone and bloody cooked it, haven't I? So remove you, and then on that go, okay, joystick neutral. That's interesting. So it's so what we want to send is a true. So maybe activated isn't what I think it is. No, okay. This was working before when I had. Well, let's see if this is still working. So, when I had previously joystick neutral, boolean to action, receive, and true, and then I had this getting sent on activated, which meant it wasn't turning off. Let's just recreate that. Boolean to action, receive itself. Maybe then I could have it turn itself off after it's sent that. This is a really good design pattern. I really like it. Good job, Stone Fox. Blah, blah. Okay, yeah, so that's how it works. And then maybe I can say on deactivated, we'll also send the to joystick up. We'll turn joystick up off, I think, by doing this. Maybe. Beep, 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 beep. A little bit of Monica in my life. Hey! Oh, but then it won't work a second time? It's kind of weird. Alright, well, we're getting somewhere. I guess because now joystick neutral is now set to deactivated? So what does that mean? Oh, what the fuck was... Oh yeah, it's collecting the cricket. Alright. See, maybe deactivated is different to what I think it is. No. This doesn't seem right, but I'm just gonna do it to see if it works. Receive that bull. Don't be a jerk. Am I activating... Am I changing the state of that bull? Maybe. So maybe I'm... So what was the reason I broke it into 2 chunks? Because it's like, when it's up... Oh yeah, okay, cool. Alright. Working. So the reason I broke it into 2 chunks was because... Let's just get some notes here. Okay, so for this... What is the truth? What is the secret? Needed to send active on activate or true to the bool for the select, and then inactive for the bool for the activate, and then inactive for the activate. So sending the bool sending the state worked for the activate, but that meant it was deactivating before for the deactivate specific event used for select. So put the activate as on the specific event, then fired the deactivate to the select, then had to fire deactivate to the array again, and also then had to fire inactive to the array, which suggests it also has to the array to the bool handler for the select, which suggests it has some sort of state. I don't understand. Okay, bada bing. This is good, make progress. La da 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 da. Okay, so that's cool. I can grab stuff, I can teleport. That's a big part of the game, so that is great. Let's just test it out a bit more. Teleport, grabby wabby. Quite like the grab, the distance grab is quite good. So that's a lot of what I need to get done, I guess. So curved UI, So it's interesting. It's sending the select. So it's getting the hover from, I guess, hover. From what? I don't know. So I'm pretty sure that's like all Adventure Creator. So when I click on that, okay, so hover on select works Adventure Creator specific. So that's pretty much done. All right, so yeah, curved UI. So Adventure Creator specific. Why is mouse click selecting then? Curved. So the curved UI ray is also working for highlights because it is following the controller. I guess I can just send select, alright, because it's all custom stuff. Okay, so what does that mean? Send select curved UI. Custom input. Okay, so let's have a look at this ray. So it's already a custom ray. I think is getting so it's following these two little sneaky Pete's. Where's my custom ray? Curved UI laser beam. I know where it is. I think custom something or other. So there's no real UI in this scene, is there? But I think if I just go and look for it this way, curved UI. Hand switcher, is that, did I make that? No. Input module. Curved UI raycaster. What's that little? I think it might be the input module. I'm just trying to remember. I wrote like a little custom bit of stuff. It's like the only real custom script that I've written. Dude, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know where it is. It's over here. Nope. Oh, actually, I know where it is. It's in a little thing over here. Little event system. Curved UI input module. Here we go. So it's custom ray. It's a custom ray. I'm pretty sure I then How you going, Mims? Alright, where's this custom ray? So I'm not doing a lot with that information. Just trying to remember. I set this up a while ago. And then I put it somewhere. Actually, I wonder if I can check my docs. Add hard links to controllers. So what does that mean? So right now I've got like the left controller, which is left trigger press. So is something subscribed to that? Let's keep reading. Alright, I'm gonna make a smoothie and I'll be back. Alright, I am back in action. Back in action, here to get some traction. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, getting the curved input UI. To receive a press from the ray. So yeah, how did I do it? I'm pretty sure that I've got like a button presser, like I'm pretty sure I got a custom ray around here as well. UI handler. So maybe it's this. This handles the ray, that all seems to work. And I guess click is select to Adventure Creator maybe? Hey Dad, how you doing?
How are you?
Yeah, good. I just thought I'd give you a call.
Yeah, no, I was just about, I'd had the shower turned on when I saw that message, so I very quickly misinterpreted it. And of course, right through the shower, I'm thinking, I think it just meant what's happening up the road, up the track a bit. So, no worries. Is now a good time to talk, or you want to do it this sometime?
This afternoon would be good. I think for me, I've kind of got my stuff out of the way, and I'm a bit more like, free and clear. So yeah, that's. And then I was like, oh, maybe I could stream, but I don't really want it, to be honest.
No, it's all right. I'm just. There's been a lot of very interesting news lately, so I can't help but mark the bits that interest me and put them aside. Either you'll inherit them when I die and you'll just chuck them in the skip, or we'll deal with them before that, or I'll chuck them in the skip before that. But that's all fine. We know we have very few viewers / listeners, so the deal with the dentist is these people seem to be of the just-in-time variety. So
very proud of myself. I'm like setting more boundaries with, not quite boundaries with my dad, but I was like doing this stream with my dad now. It was fun. It was fun enough. But it was kind of like eating into my dev time, and also like my dad stresses me out a bit, so it's kind of like, you know, depressing in my mind. And so I'm like, all right, Dad, no more streaming for you, just for me. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out how I was changing select to curved UI. These notes don't make any sense. Trying to set the press state. Trying to set the press state by the VRTK bool broadcaster, but the expose function is saying it's missing. Okay, so there is some sort of connection to the from curved UI, from I guess from VRTK to curved UI, because I'm sending that select manually, pretty sure. So yeah, I've got this UI handler. Interaction button pressed. Where is that? Is that getting set somewhere? I could develop myself some fucking nodes. No. So I'm just not using that. Doesn't matter. Okay, so selected sent is, if not selected sent. Okay, selected sent is like it's sending highlighted basically to Adventure Creator. How am I sending select to the curved UI system? I've turned over the script. The beam is a visual guide, doesn't handle interactions. Script moves for laser in the proper handle, blah blah blah. Okay. So left grip press. Well, actually, maybe it's on the right grip only. Could quite possibly be true. Right grip press, yeah, that's just that thing. Should probably set left grip too as well. Okie dokie. So after this, I'm going to go to the gym. That's why I went. I've got my little reminder to have a smoothie now. The gym opened up across the road, so I'm just like, I'm going to do it. So yeah, just imagine it's the same old Sam, but I'm just Adonis, just bristling with muscles. Big spiky ones like a porcupine. Right button primary. Right button secondary. Okay. Just for completion, I'm going to swap the grip. Right grip press talks to right grip press, and then left grip press talks to the left grip press, and then what is it, the grabby wabby distance grabber. It's interesting. So this just listens to, So what I could do is go Okay, so this is basically the right grip one. Right, that makes sense. Because that way it's coming from that hand. Because it's like follow source. Oh, and it's listening to the right interactor. All right, yeah, that makes sense. All right, that was just a nice little bit of prevaricating. Is that what that word means? Prevaricating means like talking, yeah, like talking around the subject, not procrastinating. Which is kind of what I meant. Making a wrapper function was what I needed to do. Lol, what was the wrapper function? I love how I found out, but I didn't write it, obviously. These are some shit notes. Bit more procrastinating. Notes. Hand switcher, add custom field, input module, add hard links to controllers. Only way I can see it easy. Add hard links to controllers. Oh, that was in the prefab. Input module. Alright, so let's go to the input script. Okay, so okay, yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is, so we're sending pressed down somehow. It's a bit strange. Input module. Okay, so I think, okay. Might have actually just broken something. It seems like, yeah, we are sitting pressed down, but now this isn't a prefab anymore. I mean, sorry, now that this is a prefab, the thing that runs it, those connections aren't there, but maybe they do come back when you're looking at the... So right trigger press. Oh, here we go. It's just there. All right. Oh, so the event system is there. It's just looking in the wrong spot. All right. So now what we want to do is go. No, not like that. Basically the same thing. So right trigger press. So just mimicking this for good reason. A reason I definitely remember. Oh, actually, I should be able to copy this, copy component, and then go right trigger press. Paste component as new. Okay, so now we've got everything here. And I should just be able to have right trigger press. Should just be able to clear all this stuff. And then instead go right trigger press here, which is really just like the big juicy select function. Okay, cool, that's great. So now, it's pretty much second verse, same as the first. I should be able to go to the spatial simulator and go button 1. And button 1 should also send its state to that. Fuck yeah, alright. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. So I wonder why the left click was clearing it, though. Oh. Okay. So if I just remove that for a second. Scoot's hitbox just really big? Hitbox? It's not that big. Where is it? Yeah, it's definitely. Oh. Okay, so the left click is definitely. Well, let's see if the way I've set it up has worked, continued to work. Like if I've probably recreated the original conditions first. Yeah, I'm pretty good at setting up my play space. Okay, so what is it? Left click. Send select. I think it like. Maybe it's like. By default, left click is also sending select or something like that. So maybe if we go to the, what are they called? The key mapping thingamajiggamies, project settings, key maps, input manager. Okay, so submit. BRB. Yeah, so somehow the mouse is still sending those selected inputs. Selected being, I'm clicking on you, so show me the menu, and also, well, that's about it, I think. And then so like when you then use the mouse to also trigger that selected, the other way, similar problem. So, figure that out. It selects the hotspot, right? And then I guess just like left click. So I guess Adventure Creator, when left click is pressed, selects the hotspot. So I wonder if maybe what we could do is sort of working against Adventure Creator. So assuming it's like hotspot, select, then I don't even know if you can control something like that, because it's probably just like, yeah, I just, when I'm selected and I hear that mouse, I'm coming down the road. So I wonder if you could say button 3, button 1, inspector is talking to our sweet baby angel tracked alias. Left trigger press, yep, okay, left trigger press. Received. But then this one, so it says, okay, it says enable interaction menu. It says receive interaction button state. It's interesting. So enable interaction menu. Gets fired. I'm assuming if it's selected, but not. So let's say hypothetically for now we just took that off just to see what happens. Ouch. Still happening. That's weird. Let's get a bit closer. So the left click, what's it doing? It's sending. I grabbed it like mid-air. That's pretty funny. Or maybe it just fell over. It's less funny. Huh. It's just doing it anyway. Alright, so that didn't work. Okay, so right trigger press, enable interaction menu. That works with the joystick, so it's correct. It was with the trigger. Button 3 is grab, it's basically grip. Button 2 is something, I can't remember. Button 2 is grip? No, button 3 is teleport. Button 2 is grip. Button 1 is trigger press. But AC game editor settings. So it's just very much, I think, receiving that click. Okay, so interaction method is actually custom script, so maybe I mean, controller really is keyboard or controller being VR stuff, so it's interesting. Movement is none of your damn business. Look at button 1, and I just turn this off for a second, and then I go like that, and then I go like that, so it's now just doing nothing. Okay, so right triggered press is saying, hey, curved UI, here you go. So I think that something about just the click generally is like canceling the interaction. So for example, if we were to send it via a different button like spacebar, for example. There we go. That's interesting. All right, so let's call you button 1. Just leave that as it is. Let's duplicate you. Call you space. Link you to the spacebar. Right control alias. So space is that's already linked up. Okay, cool. So it should also be sending so it's definitely sending enable interaction menu, which I think was then getting cancelled by the click, which is probably something I can do something about, but it doesn't matter. So why isn't spacebar sending the UI selection? Am I not close enough? Come on, buddy. it was working before. Alright, trigger press. Yep, yep, yep. Here we go, maybe. Is my keyboard working? Yeah. It was definitely working fine when it was so when I had button 1. It's weird. So, because it was definitely working from this one. Right? So button 1, then when I change it to space, it works. And that is definitely selecting that, right? So what does that mean? That it's not then opening. Maybe it is and I can't see it. No, because it'd be closing the other UI as well. It's such a spicy little meatball, isn't it? So yeah, firstly, why is that not working? Thank you, space. Just turn you off for a minute. Just for my own, like anytime something doesn't behave the way I would expect it to, I gotta like. And if I turn this on, alright, we're not far off here. Something's fucking stupid's happening. I don't know what. Okay, so what is Okay, so let's have a look at the curved UI event system. Like, submit button name is file 1. What does that fucking mean?
Hello.
Oh, hello. How you going? Scared me. All right, so file 1 is, all right, so edit project settings. File 1 is links to joystick button 1. Already got some Qualcomm.
What's this game about?
So it is based around this girl named Sheena who lives in this sort of like post-industrial like future, I guess. It's called Girl at the End of the World, and she finds a radio receiver that connects her to someone from kind of like an Analog for Now, like a but like super mechanized and grungy and grimy, and they're like in a war, and they've like sent out all these receivers into the future to find out how they won the war. And they find this girl, and she's in this like relatively peaceful kind of like post-Western society, like where everything's really hectic, to just, you know, but still like good balance of like technology, and, you know, like life's pretty good. And then she kind of helps him navigate through his own problems and learns a little bit more about the world and history, and you know, has fun, basically. And it's sort of like an adventure game, but like
Nice.
in VR. And currently I'm trying to make the mouse button not close the menu. Basically it's a VR game, but I'm working on like it's VRTK is like the system for doing the VR stuff, and I'm working on a way to make the PC it work on PC as well, so that I don't have to put the VR headset on every time I do something. And it's nearly there. Look, I can grab this guy with my right mouse button. So your first like quest is you got to gather these crickets. And I can teleport, which is good, but I cannot seem to... Well, it's the mouse click... The system mouse click cancels the, like... Actually, if you're an Oculus user, I can give you a look at the game as it is now.
I've been working on a multiplayer clicker game.
Oh yeah, what have you been cooking? Tell me about it. I might turn the notifications off now though, so I don't get scared. Oh, that's kind of nice. Do you use Unity? It's exciting talking to other devs. So why is this? Alright, I'm just going to test this out in VR to see if I am missing something.
I use Scratch.
Oh, cool. What's Scratch? I pretty much only ever use Unity, and a bit of Unreal now, just for like visualization stuff. It's definitely... Okay, alright, it's good, sort of. It's not sending select to the button, which is good, even though it's bad, because it means that it's a similar issue for both, which means that I've cooked something. Sometimes you want a bug because it means that it's behaving as expected. That's interesting. So it's receive interaction button state. Pretty sure that was working before. So what have I changed? We got Spatial Simulator.
Scratch is a beginner programming language / engine I use because I'm too lazy to learn a different programming language.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, it's like learning how to think like a computer is half the battle, to be honest. I used Playmaker for ages, and then when I did learn how to code, I was like, oh, I kind of know all this stuff. It's just like syntax. And then like what I'm actually working on now is kind of similar, where I'm actually trying to set up, like, it takes a bit of work at the moment, which is what I'm doing, but setting up VRTK, which is like a no-code virtual reality like toolkit, basically, with Adventure Creator, which is this like no-code adventure game creator that is kind of what got me into making games. And then I've spent like 4 or 5 years now like developing, and I've actually come back full circle. And I'm like, why don't I just use this awesome system that already does everything I want it to do? Though I'm kind of regretting it at the moment because it's like slow going getting it set up. But once it's set up, I can like, yeah, just not have to spend so much time figuring out how to do stuff, basically. Maybe. That's the theory. I've been working on it all year. This is all I've made. That's right. Right trigger press. Alright, so nearly got special, but issue with sending, simulating left trigger, simulating trigger, aka select for highlight for hotspot and curved UI, committing so I can roll back, so I can look at changes. Hopefully this will show me the scene changes I need.
I know a little Python and JavaScript, but not enough to make a game that's not in Scratch.
Yeah, well, I think that's like pretty common to, like, you know a little bit here and there, and then I think the best way to learn is to just, make stuff. Like, that's pretty much what I've been doing the past few years. I'm self-taught. I actually did this Udemy course called Learn to Code by Making Games, and it's like Unity and C# focused. And I don't really know the difference between any of the languages or anything like that. It was great. It just taught me the basics, gave me the fundamentals in one language, and now, honestly, that's all I actually know. Receive interaction button state. Huh. It's here we go. So just send receive, enable interaction menu. So previously we had right trigger press, which now just sends this to this. And now some reason spacebar doesn't replace the mouse, but I don't know why. Basically, this is all the keyboard inputs here. And like Unity has, you can do all this in code obviously, but like these are all set up like to this particular like way that I need. And then these are all inputs from the VR controller. So and then there's this like middle layer that these all talk to, and then that talks to the game. So then I can add different control schemes pretty much. Okay, so it's doing the same thing. It's sending receive to but if I change this to space, for example, okay, cool. So now it's matching the controller, which is good. So it's not sending select to the curved UI button. My little poor little stupid little crickets. Get out of here, you guys. Come on. Okay. So that's interesting. I wonder why. What about this? What about this particular version of the object made it work? I like broke my like spotlight or whatever it's called, keycode space. So bit of a mystery. Why is okay? So I'm gonna wrap it up. So I'm gonna go to the gym. Okay, so I should put this in the spatial simulator feature. PC VR emulator. Let's call it spatial simulator. Okay. Okay, so extracted the left trigger stuff into its own thing. So right trigger stuff into its own thing. It seemed to enable a hotspot and send to curved UI, then send true, false to that from left trigger and ... mouse, except mouse also sends select at a system level maybe, so it cancels the select. So swapped to spacebar. Though I swear it was working, now that config doesn't seem to send select to curved UI. Actually, yes, it does, because the button highlight changes, which means it's actually because I changed the input type in the settings. All right, fuck yeah, that's what's wrong. So yeah, I was just fucking around here. Choose hotspot, then interaction. Okay, so however I had set up the like selection stuff, it obviously was relying on this particular configuration. Oh, hey-oh, wubba wubba wubba. All right, I fucking did it. That's great. All right, stream's over. Thanks for chatting, guys. What am I supposed to do with all these glow hoppers? Well, you grabby gloves. Oh, this is great. I don't have to fucking... Alright. Cool. Alright. Awesome. Commit. Stage all. So issue. So issue, it turns out, was that I changed to custom input in for selecting hotspots, and however I'd set this up, it worked with that. So dev session complete spatial simulator set up. Commit. Push, because why not? You never know when your fucking computer's gonna have a meltdown. Close this. Thanks for watching, Anime Dude 12345, you sweet angel. I'm out of here, and finally everyone gets the joy of, well, just close all this stuff. I like to just like shut everything down. Now that's what I do. Fixed. Hey, there we go. Nearly there. Share template. That's something I want to do at some stage. That's it. Job's done. Wahoo! I'm tempted to get rid of this like project plan because it's just stressing me out. That's right. I'm gonna go to the gym. Hey, nice to meet you. They call me Muscle Man. Hey, how you going? They call me Muscle Man. Alright, thanks for watching. See you later. Huh.